All right, y'all already know what time it is, man. Not currently in my normal spot, but I'm home for Thanksgiving. And I just got done watching the Eagles play against the Cowboys in AT&T Stadium. What a game! The Cowboys came all the way back, scored 24 unanswered points. I cannot lie, this is probably one of the better games that we've seen all year. Honestly, you look at Dak Prescott, he got 354 yards, 2 touchdowns, compared to Jalen Hurts, 289 yards and 1 touchdown. So in the first half, man, I was a little skeptical about everything, only because they did get out to like a 21-0 lead, and Cowboys was constantly turning the ball over. Dak threw an interception in the red zone, and also you had not Javante Williams, but like Kevontae Turpin fumbling the ball, and there was a lot of things just happening. To a point where I thought that the Cowboys was just going to lose this game. It was going to just be a regular shutout or even a blowout loss. But in the end, we all saw that the Cowboys came back in the second half. They stopped shooting themselves in the foot and actually started playing real football. And this is the type of football that we haven't seen all year, especially when it comes to teams like the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles, let me remind y'all, they are the Super Bowl champs. So when Cowboys came to play, they came to play. And one player I would like to highlight, and he's been balling out all season, is George Pickens. Like, George Pickens is kind of the staple in our offense. If y'all remember last year, there were no targets other than CeeDee Lamb. And George Pickens has solved that problem. He had 9 receptions, 146 yards, 1 touchdown on 9 targets. So he's 9 for 9. This dude is balling out. He's playing lights out, and he's helping us every week. And also, you got CeeDee Lamb. He go in there. He got like 4 receptions for 75 yards. But I feel like George Pickens is probably the new wide receiver one. Dak Prescott came with it. Dak, I feel like now he's establishing himself as one of the better quarterbacks in the league, especially now that he beat Jalen Hurts. There's a lot of things going on in the Philly side, but if we're going to give credit where it's due, we got to give it to Dak. Like, Dak is doing his thing, bro. 23 for 36. Like I said, 354, 2 touchdowns. Passer rating is 103. So, yeah, doing his thing. As far as the Eagles, man, I just feel like that offense right there still needs a little bit of work. Like I said, they are in a new system, so they need to know what they're going to do and how they're going to thrive as an offense. And it starts with giving A.J. Brown the ball, yes, but also putting Saquon Barkley in situations where he can make plays. You still got one of the best offensive lines in the league, so you can make something work with that. But when you constantly changing offensive coordinators in and out, it's like, will you ever get to that point? Last year they did with Kellen Moore as offensive coordinator. Of course, he took the head coaching job in New Orleans. So now the Eagles are now with this on and off kind of thing, where there are some games where they look like the best offense in the league, but there are other games where they're still trying to figure things out. Luckily for them, they still got 6 weeks left to figure it out. So we'll see. But back to my Cowboys, man. Shout out to them. But it's going to be a tough turnaround going into this week, because you are now facing the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs, for context, they did just beat the Indianapolis Colts today by 3 points in a serious comeback win. I think they were down like 20-9, and they scored 15 unanswered. Well, let me do my math. 14 unanswered points to win the game. So it's gonna be tough for the Cowboys to play a team like the Kansas City Chiefs, who are still trying to redeem themselves and show that they are the team from last year, if not even better. They did get out to like a 5-5 start before playing the Colts. They won today, would make them 6-5. So tough game heading into Thanksgiving, because the Chiefs are going to be looking forward to ruining the Cowboys season. But if I were to make a prediction for this game, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys are going to win this game, only because you look at how this offense is producing, and then you look at how the defense is coming along. It's getting better and better. So you just defeat the Super Bowl champs. Now you can defeat the runner-ups. That's how confident I'm feeling right now as a Cowboys fan. It is Patrick Mahomes, so Patrick Mahomes is going to be Patrick Mahomes and play his best football. And with the receiving corps that he got, it's going to be a little bit difficult for the Cowboys to do things. But all in all, man, you got to feel confident in this. Feel confident they're gonna win. Uh, but that's all pretty much I gotta say. I mean, Cowboys doing their thing. The run game was pretty good. I mean, we did have at least over 100-yard rushing combined. Javonte Williams leading rush with 87 yards. So that's all I gotta say though. But anyway, man, that's gonna be the end of this video. I will be having a video come out tomorrow about the entire NFL and recapping that. Monday Night Football comes on tomorrow. I forgot which teams are playing. Y'all let me know in the comments. I don't know off the top of my head, but that'll be the end of this podcast. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope y'all have a great rest of your night. Rams and Bucks tonight. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.